Stop saying, I wake up at 7 and I sleep at 10 when describing your day.
Wait, what? But that's exactly what I do every single day.
It is grammatically correct, but it sounds like a robot reading a manual. Today, you are going to learn how native speakers actually describe their daily routine using natural expressions.
Oh, thank goodness. I want to sound like a real human, not a boring textbook.
Perfect. Let's start with your morning. Instead of just saying, I wake up, we use phrases like, get up, roll out of bed, or even, drag myself out of bed.
Drag myself out of bed? I definitely feel like that on Monday mornings.
Exactly. It shows emotion. And instead of saying, I eat breakfast, try saying, I grab a quick bite or I whip up some breakfast.
Whip up? Does that mean making something really fast?
Yes. To whip up means to cook something quickly and effortlessly.
So I can say, I drag myself out of bed at 7, and then I whip up some eggs?
Spot on. See how much more native and descriptive that sounds already.
That's incredible. But what about the afternoon? I usually just say, I go to work and I work hard.
That brings us to our second point, advanced productivity phrasal verbs. Instead of work hard, say you crack on with work or get down to business.
Crack on? I love that. How do I use it in a sentence?
It means to start or continue doing something with energy. For example, I get to the office and crack on with my reports.
Oh, that makes sense. And what about when I take a short rest? Is take a rest okay?
It's better to say, I take a breather or I step away from my desk.
Take a breather. That sounds so relaxed and natural.
It really is. And when you finish your work day, you don't just leave. You wrap things up or call it a day.
Call it a day. I have heard native speakers say that in movies all the time.
Exactly. Now for our third and most valuable tip, evening vocabulary. Stop saying, I go to sleep.
Really? What should I say instead of going to sleep?
Before sleeping, you wind down, which means to relax after a busy day. Then, you hit the sack or turn in.
Hit the sack? Like a literal sack of potatoes?
Yes. Sack is old slang for bed. So, hitting the sack just means going to bed.
That's awesome. What if I have to stay up late studying English?
Then you are burning the midnight oil. It means working or studying late into the night.
Burning the midnight oil. What a beautiful expression.
It is. Now let's put all of these phrases together into a real conversation.
Great. Let's do a role play. I will ask you about your typical Monday.
I'm ready. Ask away.
Hey there. How does your typical Monday morning look?
Well, my alarm goes off at 6, but I usually drag myself out of bed around 6:30.
Do you make a big breakfast?
Not really. I just whip up some coffee and grab a quick bite before heading out.
And once you get to the office?
I immediately crack on with my emails. I like to get down to business before the phone starts ringing.
Do you work straight through the day?
No, I always step away from my desk to take a breather at lunchtime. Then I wrap things up by 5.
Nice. How do you wind down in the evening?
I usually read a book to wind down, and then I hit the sack around 10.
Unless you have to burn the midnight oil?
Exactly. But I try to avoid that if I can.
That felt so natural. Okay, viewers, now it is your turn to practice.
Pause this video right now and write one sentence in the comments using either whip up, crack on, or hit the sack. We will check your sentences.
Let's do a quick recap. First, don't just wake up, drag yourself out of bed and whip up a quick bite.
Second, don't just work hard, crack on with your tasks and take a breather when you need it.
And third, don't just go to sleep, wind down and hit the sack.
Subscribe for daily English tips. We have a new video for you every single day.
See you tomorrow.